Hello everyone, my name is Jesse, and welcome back to another episode of Angry Birds Rio. In today's episode, we're going to complete part 2 of Airfield Chase. So let's start with level 10-15. That didn't work. Let's try something else. There we go. I'm gonna try aiming there. I think that does it for that level. I'm just gonna go out and say this, like, if there's one franchise that always keeps me on my toes, it's gotta be Angry Birds. Especially the classic games released back in 2009 through 2014. Back when the company was at its best. Unfortunately, the downfall of the company, Rovio, started in, I don't want to say it, but it started in 2015. When Angry Birds 2 was released. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much old news at this point. It's pretty much like common knowledge, like Angry Birds 2 was when the cracks started to show. And yeah, while we had Angry Birds 2 and the Angry Birds movie and other stuff like that, while those two things were good in their own right, pretty good in their own right, actually, I couldn't help but think that, given that these two things had a slightly worse reception overall, I couldn't help but, feel as a bad omen for, things to come. And that's how I feel about Plants vs. Zombies 2. That's how I feel about PopCap with Plants vs. Zombies 2 and other stuff released during that time. As for PopCap, however, After how much I enjoyed episodes like, for Plants vs. Zombies 2, I enjoyed episodes like, Ancient Egypt and Far Future. Unfortunately, I didn't enjoy Dark Ages or Big Wave Beach as much. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much like 2015 was where I started to notice like a decline in quality. For both PopCap and Rovio. That's how I pretty much felt with them as well. Believe it or not. Okay, how do I beat this part? Yeah, like, after 2014, like, for both PopCap and EA, like, I noticed, like, certain things getting worse. Yeah, for Rovio, it was, the release of Angry Birds 2. Which, while it was a good game in its own right, like, the cracks started to show. And as for PopCap, well, take a look at other stuff released during 2015. Like some of the episodes of PvZ. Plants vs. Zombies 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna go out and say it, like, for Plants vs. Zombies 2, I really enjoyed stuff like Ancient Egypt, Pirate Seas, Wild West, and Far Future. When it comes to, like, the later episodes, however, like, I don't like them as much as these episodes. For their own reasons. I mean, if you've played stuff like Plants vs. Zombies 2 for a long time, you'll notice certain things start to get worse. Much worse. Like, the Dark Ages episode is fine on its own, but it has a noticeable lack of zombies. That could have kept the world more interesting. Big Wave Beach is obviously, like, frustrating for, like, obvious reasons due to having the most annoying enemies in the game. Frostbite Cave's zombie variety is good. Problem is, then Frostbite Cave's levels that world's gimmick, the Ice Winds, heavily relies on lock and key game design. We're like, yeah, the lock for this level or world is basically the fire plants in PZ2. Where, like, if you don't have fire plants, you're gonna lose a lot in that episode. Wait, which level we're in? We're in level 10-9? How many tries did it take? What else could I say? What else could I bring up here? Oh yeah. Yeah, like the noticeable decline in quality of episodes later on in Plants vs. Zombies 2 was where I felt like a PopCap was starting to show the cracks in their game. In the game's foundation, I mean. Yeah. In a similar way that, like, the cracks started to show for Rovio with Angry Birds 2, like, so did the cracks start to show with, like, later episodes of Plants vs. Zombies 2. And how they don't feel as well designed as previous episodes. But that's just my opinion. Like, you guys are free to form your own opinions. While we did have some things later on, like the Angry Birds movie, Angry Birds Fight, and later episodes of Plants vs. Zombies 2 and Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 1 and 2, while we had all that stuff back then, that's pretty cool. Like, I could very easily notice, like, a downward trend with all these things. Ignore that, that's my brother, screaming in the background. Ignore that. Anyways, he likes to misbehave a lot, and, like, he screams a lot as well, but, like, I get over it sometimes. Anyways, let's ignore that and focus on this. Yeah, this level was always a weird one. To me, at least. Yes! Right, we managed to free all the birds. Now let's see what happens. Okay, so we're in the plane. Blue and Jewel have been snatched by Nigel, and he's keeping them hostage, and now the Angry Birds have to stop Nigel and win the day. Hey, I got an award. Excellent. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for today's gameplay of Angry Birds Rio Redux. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell icon to never miss a video. Follow me in Discord for sneak peeks of upcoming content. And make sure to help me reach 200 subscribers before the year ends. We get 200 subs, then I'll release a brand new type of video for the channel. If you're all interested in that. Once again, I want to thank you all for watching. My name is Jesse, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye!